It is started.
Alright, so, Lemons.
Yes.
You are currently in a very not ideal mine shaft with Arthur, and the two of you had just headed in order to try and get away from the others when they inevitably do start coming to find you.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a walk in which you are beginning.
A walk TM.
A walk TM.
Well, we started the walk with Arthur telling me to close my eyes, and then, well, you said a little bit into it, I could open them again.
Yes.
So this is this at the open them?
You walk for a bit, and then eventually he tells you to open them.
Okay. And Lemon do.
When you do, you are faced with a very dark interior of a mine shaft. The walls are chipped away, looks like manually, but also by erosion over time. You notice what seems to be equipment, or once was equipment, for mine carts and other sorts of transportation are here in ruins, but they are no longer functional. There are also some beams and other likes of things that showed that this was once a well-used place that has now since fallen into great ruin.
Okay.
And ahead of you, let me go ahead and pull this up for myself. Here we go. Ahead of you appears to be a straight shot. However, part way through it, it takes a branch in 3 different directions. One to the left, one to the right, and one forward.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
How is Arthur seeing?
How does he see currently?
Mm-hmm.
He isn't.
He isn't, okay. He
He
pretty
is.
much tapped me to open my eyes when he stopped being able to see.
Yeah, he tapped you and he spoke and said, "This is far enough in."
Okay. And yeah, so that's when Lemon's opened his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see, well.
You can see fine.
How's your dark vision?
Human.
Well, I can see, so if you need me to describe things.
Where are we right now?
We're at a fork in the road, 3 tunnels. You said left, straight, and right, right?
Correct.
So that's what he said.
You can see that?
Yeah, he says that.
No, can you see what I just drew?
Oh, no?
No?
Oh, there I am. It's me.
Oh, you can't see the drawing?
No, I just saw my token pop up, though.
You should be able to see that. Oh, shit.
There it is.
You can't see the drawing?
I see it now.
Okay, I drew that a while ago. Don't know why it just popped up for you. There you go.
Okay. So...
It's actually bigger than that in comparison, so let's make it
Right.
smaller.
Little lemon. Should I just draw a little lemon?
No, we got your fancy token.
Yeah.
We'll use it. And Arthur he reached out and grabs your arm.
Well, we were holding hands before, right?
If you were, then he keeps a hold of your hand.
Yeah.
But he gets closer.
Okay.
Arthur requires more physical comfort.
Many much. Lemons is fine with it. So yeah, he says there's a tunnel left, there's one straight ahead, and there's one to the right.
Okay. Scrunches his eyes closed and seems to think. To the left, I think.
Lemon's gonna squint down the left first to see if he can see further.
All right. Looking down the left, you see a straight shot. With your vision, you can tell that it seems to go down for a ways, until eventually it does get out of sight.
Okay.
But you do not make out anything as far as like blockades or threats.
Yeah.
Let me give you control of your little lemon.
Okay. Oh, that way looks like it goes a bit of ways. Can't see the end. Here we go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get moving. The better, sooner we're out of, the better.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, we're at the center, aren't we? Like we're right there already.
Yes.
So Lemons will make his way down.
All right. You begin to make your way down. And as you do, you notice that this seems to be a shaft that was specifically hollowed out in order to gather mineral. It doesn't seem to have any other purpose as you're walking down it. And once you reach near the end, you realize there is no other exit.
Dead end.
Sit.
It's okay, we're just back there.
He says, "It's been a while. Need to remember. Which way leads which."
You got this. Okay, we're back at the tunnel. At the fork. And he's gonna position them the same direction. Facing the... Like basically since we came in and we're facing the right way, he basically orients so that north is north again.
Okay, you do that. Arthur's, you notice his eyes are closed as he thinks again. And there is a momentary silence, and in that silence you can hear the dripping of what sounds like distant water hitting a puddle, just echoing throughout the different tunnels. And he then says, "Straight."
Okay. And he begins straight.
And you walk straight. And then you notice the path curves in two separate directions. One leads forward, and the other turns left. Go ahead and make a perception for me, please.
Okay. Oh, 1.
Alright. Lemons, you are walking with Arthur, and you come to this intersection. You notice that it branches out both ways, but don't seem to notice much else.
Okay. We got one going left, and we got another going straight. If you need me to give you clock directions instead, I can do that.
It's not going to do much good.
Okay.
Straight ahead.
Okay. Lemon steps forward.
You step forward, And you hear a squelch.
And it's wet.
Let
He
me
looks
go ahead and
down.
let me go ahead and get Angie's favorite sound.
Oh no.
Splort.
Uh,
Delicious.
oh no.
As you feel the ground under your foot sink in a bit. Not like a quicksand or anything, but a definite softness.
Hmm.
And immediately Arthur says, "Stop."
Back up. That was a question. Like, if he said the
You
question
faded
mark.
away, I'm sorry.
Oh, he said, back up?
Yes,
Okay. He backs up. He now has a soggy foot.
you do.
was
With your vision, you can't exactly see much colors in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
What you do see is essentially when walking around at night and being able to make out the shapes of everything almost in different shades of black and
Right.
blue.
It's all, like, grayscale almost.
Mm-hmm. And it's a matter of you can see very well down here, but you can't see colors very well. Even with your more impressive vision. But you back out, and as you step out, you immediately notice what feels like almost a bitter smell. It isn't rancid.
Should I roll a memory on that smell?
You may.
Okay. Nope.
Not sure what that is, Lemons. All you know is that you backed away when Arthur told you to, and that he has frozen up.
I will quietly, me as a player, tell the Bree that Lemons is not wearing shoes.
It's in between your toes, Lemons. It's like when you step into like wet mud and you feel it sinking in between your toes, and it kind of has that little suction to it as you kind of submerge your foot, but then you pull out and it has a little pop.
Do I feel it between my toes, though?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Are there toes to feel it between? You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yes, you have toes.
I know, but sometimes you say it feels different down there.
It feels
I'm a
different.
pea.
You still have toes.
Okay.
You still feel in between your toes.
Okay.
You don't have hooves, you silly boy.
No, but shut up.
Fucking furry.
You said he could run through the woods and it was no issue.
This is my fursona.
You feel it between
It's just
your
lemons with
toes.
hooves.
You're making fun of me.
I believe I posed the question, if Lemons is turning into a Wendigo from the ground up, at some point he's just gonna be deer legs with the human, like, upper half.
Yes.
Yes.
It'll be
so
a
he's
satyr.
gonna be a little fawn.
Oh my god.
Little fawn boy. Yeah, it doesn't entirely feel pleasant.
I hope not.
Wiggles toes while he waits for Arthur to think.
You said you're immune, right?
Mm-hmm. As far as I'm aware.
You say mm-hmm or hmm?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware.
Okay.
Are you?
There is. We can push through, but we need to be careful.
Do you need me to pick you up?
No. But if you feel, you can see, right?
Mm-hmm.
Watch the walls.
Okay. What am I looking for?
Watch them close.
What am I looking for?
If they move or pulse, we need to run.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Okay.
gonna hold on to Arthur's hand a little tighter.
He squeezes it back. I hate these mines.
Hopefully we won't have to be down here that long.
I was moving you down. There you go. And you begin moving again.
Once again, submerging our feeties within the nasty.
Yep. And you notice there is a turn. One to the right. And one ahead.
Okay, up ahead it turns to the right, or it goes straight.
Damn fucking maze. Couldn't
And-
have built with any semblance of a plan.
I'm gonna roll a perception, if that's cool.
Cool, go for it.
Oh my god, no.
You wish you saw anything. You guys reach this point, in which Arthur is quiet before he says, "Take a left, and I think keep straight."
It only goes right, or straight.
Take or the right, you know what I mean.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. And he's gonna point towards the right direction. And can I do non-direction? Just to make sure I'm keeping sense of everything.
Do you have what?
Do I need to make a roll direction check to keep
Do
things
you have
organized?
direction sense?
I believe I picked it up. Let me check. I did.
You do have the merit?
I do.
All right, good, because otherwise you'd be a fucked boy. You are able to keep your direction and know that heading straight up is north.
Okay.
And heading straight to the right, you would be heading east.
Okay. Just want to let you know we're going to be heading east if we go this way.
We want to head north.
Try the north way.
Sir.
Okay. So.
You may go ahead and move yourself.
And it's right here where I told them about the directions, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go north.
You trudge for a while, your feet just going into this pulp.
Can't make another notice because I'm keeping an eye on the walls.
I'm gonna go ahead and let you know nothing's changed.
Okay.
And you reach a dead end.
Oop, dead end. Just gonna backtrack here.
I know. It was... It's not a straight shot.
Okay.
There's a detour.
So we take a right here.
Right.
And there's two ways. One going north and one going east. So
North.
okay. Do I need to make a perception? No.
You're okay.
Okay. How's Arthur looking?
Would you like to empathy him?
I would. Need to empathy my boyfriend do.
Go for it.
A 2.
You see that he is focusing really hard, but at the same time, he seems to be having a lot of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that he is sweating. He's definitely beat up and worse for wear from what the number Caleb did on him.
Yeah.
And it seems like walking is just taking an enormous amount of effort for him. And he just seems disconnected from everything right now. Like it hasn't actually sunk in yet.
That everything has sunken yet.
Everything. All things considered, he's doing a lot better than he could be.
Right. Considering shifting my hold on him, where basically I'd be looping an arm around him, kind of as securing, and then holding his hand with my other hand.
Okay. Would you like to?
Yeah.
You do so. I know first you notice he kind of tenses up, but then calms. Little warning next time.
Sure. Okay, we are looking at another fork. There is a tunnel.
With your special eyes, you can tell this is a dead end.
Okay, never mind. It's a dead end ahead, so there's a turn to the left.
Then I guess that's where we're going.
Okay. Juicy noises. Perception?
Sure.
I won!
You're good, Lemons. Keep going.
Yay!
It's funny, I didn't think that this is how it was gonna turn out.
I don't think anyone could have predicted this. Whoa! It looked like
Sorry,
everything just fell. I was like, ah!
You're dead now. Alright, Lemons. As the ancients God foretold, back in the passages,
Huh?
and God did say, let there be forks. One moment. Keep your little ass down, I'm still drawing.
Can I have a fork, please?
I'm working on it.
Father.
Father, I require a fork to eat.
There. You have 3 forks.
I do not see. I just see the main ones right now.
They will come in time, boy.
In time.
Oh shit. That one was next.
There we go. There they are.
There is 1 that leads left, 2 that lead right, and you can tell with your magic vision, the one straight up ahead is a dead end.
Okay. Okay. We've got 1 to the right. So that's east. 1 that's a little further up that goes west. So left. And it looks like there's a dead end up there, but there's 1 that turns to the right.
It's either straight ahead or to the left.
You got feeling particular towards either of them?
I don't fucking know.
Okay. Let's do he does like a little eeny meeny miny mo under his breath.
You don't hear as much as feel Arthur laugh lightly, almost humorlessly.
Okay, we're gonna go up to the right, up there, straight.
Okay. And as you make your perception as you continue to walk, you hear a distant just.
Can I tell what direction?
Up ahead.
To
Sounds like the wind bellowing off of hollow walls.
Kind of curious if Lemon stops for a second to, because licking fingers and holding them up, it would be a terrible idea in this place. But I mean, his feet are already wet, so it can just kind of lift a little toe and see if he can feel air direction.
Stick out your leggy.
Stick out his leg.
You hold out your disgustingly wet feet.
1 second, Arthur. I think there might be wind, but I'm trying to figure out what direction.
Oh no, take your time. You feel, using your feet, the wind direction appears to be coming from this way. As you feel a cold breeze. It's not even cold, but it's just a breeze to you. Nestle in between your wet toes and all that dirt. We're going to call it dirt for the sake of the children at home. Underneath your finger or your toenails. And it's just, it's like right after you get out of a shower.
Yummy. Okay, so I think this was the right way.
Alright.
Oh.
I failed. 1 moment.
Father.
There we go.
So I moved up there. Okay, start moving token.
1 second, let me put token to front.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
You begin to move upward. And as you do, the slap of your naked feet on the wet ground continues, and it echoes and it bounces off the walls. Though you notice that it doesn't echo in the way that it did when you guys first came in the cave. It's almost slightly muted. And you see up ahead that the path splits into 2 different ways. But you feel that wind once more and hear it kind of rattling off the walls and bouncing.
You feel that, Arthur?
Yeah.
That's a good sign, right?
I don't know if wind's a good sign anymore.
Yeah. So we get here.
You get here. You notice that there is one part in which is no longer goopy and disgusting and terrible. It turns up like that. And then there's another direction. You see on the other way, there is a path that leads more southeast. And then further ahead, there is what seems to be a room. A perfectly square box, almost, carved into the earth. You aren't able to see what's in it from this from here directly, but you are able to tell it is a man-made room.
Okay, we got to the left. It looks like the goop or smushy stuff ends. To the right is kind of a room, and onward.
Anywhere where it ends is a good sign.
Yeah. So, onto the safe ground. Yay!
You step out, and in doing so, you feel just 2 little as your feeties hit the stone.
Slap, slap,
Slap,
slap, slap,
slap,
slap.
slap. Amazing.
You fight the urge to do a little jig.
He does. No. I'm a perception, just to make sure. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba, 3.
You look around, and you can definitely guarantee with your perception that this is where the wind is coming from. This is the way out. Furthermore, you can notice that Arthur kind of hugs to himself more as the wind blows, and even though you can't feel it, you can infer that it is cold.
All right.
He shivers.
Yeah. Lemons hugs him tighter.
Hmm?
Lemons hugs him tighter.
You do so.
Almost out. He did give him
You
a
know
shirt.
you're not exactly one for body heat, right?
Yeah, I know. You like my shirt?
What do you say?
So you like my shirt?
Lovely.
I crocheted it myself.
I made it myself. Yeah, Lemons gave Arthur his shirt already, so Lemons has been going through all this without a shirt.
Oh no.
Yeah, exactly.
Just slapping around barefoot.
No
in just
shirt,
your pants.
barefoot, just in pants.
Fucking class act, Lemons.
Ladies and gentlemen, the disaster gay.
For sure, Lemons is 110% the disaster gay here.
I'm pretty sure that's both of them at this point. Arthur is not a functioning gay at the moment.
Oh no.
Broken gay.
The notice, no pulsing walls or anything.
No pulsing walls.
Hey. So we head towards the exit, which he presumes is the exit.
You head towards the exit, and as you do, the wind gets louder and louder, and it blows your hair back. And you step out of the cave and into the night woods. And you are staring out at what isn't a forest, but what is a familiar thick wood during the winter. You are not sure exactly where you are, but the moonlight peeks in from above through the trees without their leaves. It's pretty easy to get some vision, and you hear Arthur quietly sigh as he's finally able to see again.
Lemons will rub his arm, because they're still kind of hugging, so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I know how to get to the mansion from here.
How far you think?
What did Lemon say?
How far you think?
We're about halfway to the lighthouse, north, a little bit to the west. So it's going to be a little bit of a walk.
Lemons tries to do mental gymnastics. I'm trying to figure out how long of a walk. Or
Go
a run.
ahead and roll an intelligence academics.
No, why you do this to me?
Because I hate you.
No. Okay. Did Arthur put shoes on before we ran out? Or is he barefoot too?
That's a good question. He might have slip-ons on. Let me roll.
I could
You
see
don't
him.
know if he's a fucking spade. He has fucking
I would
slip-ons.
say I could see him as the kind of guy to have like slip-ons and stuff.
He has slip-ons, but they are completely disgusting now.
Right. You need me to pick you up? Keep your feet out of the cold?
Yeah, that'd be nice. He kicks off his slip-ons into some nearby brush.
Lemons will pick them up.
You do so. And go ahead and roll a strength athletics.
Okay. A 1.
Alright. You're able to lift him off the ground. He's not terribly heavy.
Right.
Are you trying to engage Spooky Walk?
I will, since I'm walking alone, I will attempt it, yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll your Presence Occult
Okay.
to engage Spooky Walk.
A 1.
It is engaged.
It is engaged.
You begin to walk, and it feels normal, but in a way almost weightless. It reminds you of when you were being carried by Finnegan, how it almost felt like even though you saw him moving, it was like he was drifting.
Mm-hmm.
And you walk toward the mansion in the direction he says to go. With your direction sense, you're able to navigate that.
Heck yeah.
However, I'm going to ask you to roll a 1d100 for me, please.
Oh.
Just gotta have something happen because of that. I'm sorry. It's too good.
Wow.
The ultimate lemon number.
Wow.
You've done it, lad.
Okay. So aside from anything short of Dagmar just waltzing in like, it's been forever.
Right.
Uh,
It'll be more Valentine, because that was the fling.
Valentine ain't fucking visiting you, little bitch.
Right.
I like how you turned into Arthur a tiny bit there. Like, super jealously, fuck you.
Yes.
The 69 is like the it's like that anime falling over on top of the other person.
No, you are.
Did you tell Arthur that you fucked a vampire yet?
No.
You walk there.
That's a no, lads. In case you were wondering.
You continue walking for a while. Your feet feel like nothing, and the cold doesn't bother you. You step on sticks and such, and it doesn't give you any problems either. It's almost effortless. And you guys arrive at the front of the orphanage. And as you do so, the entire time Arthur is watching ahead, but then every now and again he turns to look at you. And it's in an expression that you don't completely recognize.
Can I empathy it?
Sure. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a +2.
Okay. A 1.
It's something you don't completely recognize because it's something that Arthur doesn't show much, nor have you gotten used completely to being shown.
Oh.
It's a fondness. It is a complete fondness at just being with you.
Little heart. Ooh, Doki.
And you arrive at the front of the mansion, and you put him down. He looks at it, and adjusts his glasses, and inhales.
Did we go to the front, or would the side door be more accessible?
The side door is not open.
Oh, okay. It was unlocked last time we checked, I thought.
Fanculo.
Okay.
It's not open.
You at soup.
God.
I'm a good GM. And you both are standing on the porch. And he turns to you and says, "Thanks for walking me home."
Oh no.
Lemons is gonna... He's gonna lay a hand on Arthur's shoulder, but then do like the forehead bump.
You do so, like kind of where you lean your forehead against his.
Yeah.
That?
Yeah.
Okay. You do that, and he doesn't move away, and after a bit he actually leans in and gives you a kiss. Just gentle and grateful.
Mm-hmm. And it is returned.
Yay.
Yay.
Uh,
And when he pulls back, he just gives Arthur's shoulder a squeeze.
he gives a flat smile, where there's not actually really any joy to it per se, but it's a facial expression of thanks. And he turns and opens the door. And
The front door is open.
the front door is open. Let me go ahead and change you over here. And before you start moving,
So by him taking his shoes off, how's his feet? Like, are they pretty much without the blood soil then?
there's definitely some, but he wiped a lot of it off
Okay. And
in the outside of the cave.
and I lost a lot of mine, or almost all of it while walking, right?
Uh,
'Cause I
Go
was
ahead
sloshing through the
and-
snow,
technically, yeah, I suppose.
right?
Go ahead and roll a... The fuck kind of roll is this?
Here we go. I'm ready.
This isn't even athletics.
Strength politics.
I'm not doing
Straight
politics.
politics.
It's a survival. It is...
Okay, so survival.
Dex survival, I guess.
Okay. No, my feet are still nasty.
Your feet are disgusting.
Yeah.
Luckily, this is a red carpet.
Oh no. Should I be wiping these out here or use one of the...
Matter.
I suppose. He'll step inside so he doesn't leave any marks outside.
Okay, you step inside. And you stand on the carpet, Tay. And your disgusting toesies sink into the fabric.
Yup.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. Since we stepped inside, I'm gonna do another empathy on Arthur, because I'm sure it's not hitting him real hard being in here.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Alright, you notice Arthur is almost recoiling from seeing the inside of here again. Even if it's dark, the fact that it's dark makes it even worse, because it reminds him of how empty it is.
We need some lights in here?
Yeah,
Okay.
light it up.
It's gonna go find the switch.
You go and you find a switch. You flick it?
Yep.
You flick it. But no lights come on.
Shit. No lights.
How lucky.
Mm-hmm. Could I have control of my token?
You don't have control of it?
I do not.
Oh, shit, you're right. Oh, fuck, it's all glitchy. 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
I'm really happy with it. It looks really good. Like, it worked well.
It looks really good, brother. There you go.
Okay.
And Arthur takes a seat on the bench. And it's already warmer in here.
Right. Even if the heating may not have been on, it's still warmer than what it was outside.
Mm-hmm. And Arthur scooches over to make room for you. Home sweet home.
Yep. Well, we made it at least. Gonna need a minute?
Just a little bit.
As much as you need.
He leans his head back and just stares at the ceiling for a bit. I haven't been here since it happened.
How long ago was that?
Over 4 years.
A small, understanding nod from Lemons.
And even longer before that. I wasn't even here a day when I came to Carlsville. I shouldn't have been so stupid. I was such an idiot. If I just gotten over myself. Just once.
Hindsight 2020.
You told me to. I didn't listen. Because I was so fucking pissed that she got involved. At all. She was never supposed to have gotten involved.
Yeah.
I did everything I could to make it so she didn't.
It's not your fault. Okay.
That's not what they're going to think.
I don't think
They're
they
gonna
want-
come looking for us. When they find us, or if they find us. When they find us. We're gonna get executed.
That's not a certainty. I can talk to
Nice.
them. What happened was an accident. Was something that shouldn't have happened.
That could be said about a lot of things. But if Sal had accidentally killed Hellings the night Aubrey kicked the bucket, it wouldn't have been in the same situation. He wouldn't still be around.
Who's to know?
This isn't the same as Aubrey. She told us to, so we followed orders. This was a civilian. It was her of all people.
I know.
If they don't kill us, they're idiots.
He's just gonna keep holding Arthur's hand. It's not exactly the best comforting person. Can my presence, can I do like a presence roll to just be there for him, or is that just kind of
A
taken?
comforting roll is a presence persuasion.
Okay.
Yeah, roll to lift spirits, Lemon.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it is? Is that what the...
Yep.
Oh, hey. That plus striking looks?
Sure.
Hey. A 4.
What does Lemons do, or is it just he is a comforting force?
He is mostly trying to be a comforting force.
Okay. Lemons, you do that, and Arthur, his free hand, he kind of palms at his eyes under the glasses.
If...
And you're there for him. You make sure he knows he's not alone.
Yeah.
And he sniffs. And even though there's no lights, you can see from the moonlight coming in the window the light bouncing off not only the rims of his glasses, but thin streaks of tears.
Oh.
And he has a bitter expression. Like he's both a mix of miserable and angry. But
Lemons
whenever-
will reach over and wipe one away.
you do so. I hate that fucking deer.
Yeah. World would be a lot better if he had never been here.
What'd you say?
I said world would be a lot better if he had never been here.
He and everything that comes with him.
Yeah.
Entire family destroyed this town. Now they'll get it. It's theirs. Theirs to take. I don't give a shit. It's not my fight anymore.
There's a brief look of like quizzical, vague curiosity, but Lemons doesn't pursue it because he figures it's along the lines of things not to know.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you'd like to roll for Arthur to sense that in the silence. Or possibly see it in Lemon's eyes, 'cause I'm sure Lemon's eyes are glinting from the moonlight, the angle of the
see.
moon.
You see him kind of side-eye you and shake his head. Same shit that got me put in the medical coma.
Okay.
don't want to put you in danger.
That's the stuff where ignorance is bliss, right?
I wish everyone got that fucking impression. You just have to dig and dig and dig. And then where do they end themselves? In trouble. Fucking tell everyone else, and then everyone else is in trouble.
Talking about someone in particular?
Na's too self-righteous for her own good.
She just wants to help.
I know she does. She makes sure I knew too.
But that also means that someone gets it. Or gets us, I guess. Alright?
Maybe. Maybe.
I'll take it.
Or she'll never forgive us.
What'd he say?
Or she'll never forgive us.
Or she'll never forgive us.
Yeah.
That too. How about we try to find a light for you?
Okay.
And Lemons will stand up, still holding Arthur's hand.
You do so. And he gives it a small squeeze, but it's weak as he just continues to stare at the floor.
Gonna try the kitchen. Usually there's matches or something. Unless you have a better idea.
The fireplace might have something.
Should I
If we
memory?
can get it lit.
Should I memory? Where the fireplace
On where
was?
it is?
Yeah.
There were a couple in the house. You know, there was one right by the stairs. In the downstairs hall.
Oh, that's straight ahead. He's gonna look out there. Can you see it?
You
The
can move
fireplace and
yourself.
stuff? Do you want me to just grab both Arthur and Lemons?
Arthur's movable.
Fireplace is not lit, correct?
It is not lit.
Okay. I got it. Okay, we're by the fireplace.
You can go ahead and roll a perception if you'd like.
A 4.
Four successes?
Yep.
Lemons, you are looking around for matches, and you kind of feel along the top and you don't see any, and you're looking around to try and figure out where they might be. And with your 4 successes, You are able to notice there is an empty box, and you open it up, like, ah, yes, and you see there's no matches.
There are some?
There's not.
Oh, it's empty.
Yeah.
Quiet lemon curse.
Just their luck, huh?
Yeah, empty.
Well, where else would matches be?
Do you know if there's a wood burner here?
He thinks.
Or a drawer that electronics would go in, or... Actually, can I make a memory for the upstairs closet that Lemons rooted through so long ago? If he had come across anything.
Go for it.
A 1.
And remember, there was a closet upstairs full of all kinds of miscellaneous stuff.
Like there was a camera up there, he remembers that.
Mm-hmm.
Did the camera have a light?
It might have. It was an older one, though.
Hmm. Oh, when I was naughty and snooping, I found a closet upstairs that had some gizmos in it.
Might be light in there.
Might be. Give it a go?
It's worth a thought.
Okay. And he'll take Arthur's hand or arm or whichever's more comfortable for him.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll lead him up the stairs.
Once again. Alright, you guys head upstairs. You go up the stairs and there's that kind of clack, clack, clack. Or no, it's not. It's the simultaneous.
It's the wet feeties, yep.
The wet slap of feet.
Because neither of you are wearing shoes.
Yep.
And the stairs are, you can tell as Arthur walks up them, they're cold on his feet.
Oh. Well, I know the bedrooms are up here too, so you might be able to find some socks and blankets.
That'd be nice. He looks around as you guys walk in, the floors creak under you. God.
Spooky
So-
place.
What do you say?
Spooky place.
Looks the same as when I was last here, almost. Didn't even change the wallpaper.
Huh.
Arthur stops.
Lemons will stop with him. I take it he can see through like a window. Like the light or something.
There's very little light, but yeah. But almost as if instinct. Once you come into this hallway, he stops and turns the knob to this room. And let me go ahead and change the song quick.
Whose room was this?
And he walks in.
There's 7,046,000,000 people on the planet. Most of us have the audacity to think.
And you see as he looks into the room.
Someone stabbed him in the heart. Just a little poke. But he keeled over
And
wearing chainmail knitted chokes. Hey, you're the one with
even
the
if he
driving
can't
past
see
the
very well,
elevator pitches and the elevator got stuck
there's
on
a
the
sense of
floor.
familiarity.
They pushed through, cracking the door, repeating the same crappy screenplay idea about talking dogs till his last day. Hey, you're the one about the fisherman who passed? He didn't jump off that ledge. He just
And
jumped out there
Lemons.
pulled the ground up towards him really fast, like he was pitching a line and went
You find it amusing that this room matches Arthur and his color scheme almost perfectly.
That's right, because Lemons didn't stay in this room, he just peeked in.
shit
Mhm.
again. And then where would we be? No frozen dinners and no TV. And is that a world we want to text in? Either someone just microwaved popcorn, or I hear the sound of 1,000 people putting their hands on their asses in rapid succession. The people are hunched over in Boston. They're starting app stores and screen printing companies in San Francisco. They're grinning in Los Angeles like they got fish hooks.
He runs his hand over the bed.
Is it as you left it?
Exactly the same. A little different.
Are the books all similar to the genre that he likes?
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of rats. There's also encyclopedias and some homework books. You see that a lot of it's for your younger.
Right.
And he goes over and picks up. He opens one of the drawers and picks up something. Kind of laughs to himself.
Lemons peeks over his shoulder.
You ever used to have one of these? And he shows one of the little plasma balls. The ones that when plugged in it has the electricity and you can touch it, it'll come to your fingers.
Can't say I did.
Whenever I was nervous about the dark, I'd turn it on.
Is it battery powered?
No,
Ah, damn.
outlet. He puts it down.
Maybe we can find like a little rechargeable battery pack and you can plug it in that.
Maybe.
When did you leave?
I was probably just before junior year of what would have been high school. I went to live with my dad. I spent a lot of my childhood here, but just for what I wanted to go to school for, I just needed somewhere more urban.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom and I, we were kind of drifting apart anyway. She did so much to make sure Liz was doing okay, and I just kind of fell to the backdrop.
They're starting app stores and screen printing companies in San Francisco. They're grinning in Los Angeles like they got fish hooks in the corners of their mouth. But don't hate me like a good guy, because every time I write, I get to choose the angle that you view me and select the nicest.
I was pissed at her for it.
I can imagine.
I mean, my dad wasn't much better. My dad was an asshole.
How so?
Just opinionated. Had to be the one who was right. You know, because he went to Harvard.
Oof.
A lot of good that did him.
Always correcting you.
Always.
Harvard.
This perfection or nothing. I told him to go fuck himself.
I'm sure that was a while ago too.
A long time. As soon as I hit 18, I went to college and lived on my own. Worked jobs, make sure I could afford the rent. Only like 16 credits. Kinda. It was miserable. It worked though.
Mm-hmm. working to keep yourself afloat.
But he keeled over because he went into battle where he
Hard to
chased
do.
jokes. Hey, you're the one about the screenwriter
Yeah.
who passed away. He was giving elevator pitches and the elevator got stuck halfway. He ended up eating smush sandwiches
So-
through a crack in the door, repeating the same crappy screenplay idea about
It was a little bitter.
Hey, you're the one about the fisherman who passed. He didn't
Just
jump
a
off that
little?
ledge, he just stepped out in the door.
A lot bitter.
Fishing for concrete. The earth is a drum, and he's hitting it off.
Terrible ass
Research
parents.
Los Angeles.
Fucking
We can see the stars. We can see the context of the universe in which we exist. We can see how small each one of us is.
Assholes.
With the vastness of what we don't know, no one would ever audition for a McDonald's commercial
Don't
again.
I know
And then
it?
where would we be? No
He
frozen
says
desert.
as he
We wanna text
he's kind of poking through
people,
some of his shelves,
pop
trying to
right
find like a
inside
light or
thousands of
something.
people pulling the heads out of their asses in rapid succession.
Go ahead and roll a perception.
Over in Boston, they're starting
Four.
outsourcing screen printing companies in San Francisco.
You're poking around, and you're able to actually go over here to the dresser. Or not dresser, it's like more of a wardrobe, but you open it up and you kind of peek through. And you see all these little clothes.
Little
Teenage
child-sized clothes.
Well, they're around teenage age.
Mhm.
But you do notice that there are some like more push towards the back that are older. And it's a lot of loose fitting things, a lot of sweaters. His style didn't change much, except he gained dress shirts and ties.
I'll say nothing that would fit him now, though, right?
No.
Okay. However,
And-
the socks should still work, right?
Yeah, you can grab some socks, and with your forward perception, you're also able to root around until you find a small flashlight.
Hey, jackpot. He's gonna flick it on.
It flickers a couple times before it turns on and illuminates the room, and you're really able to appreciate it in color now. Just a little blast from the past of Arthur's time.
Mm-hmm. He'll hand the flashlight over. And the
He
socks.
takes it. He takes them, and he just sits on the edge of the bed and actually picks up one of the top blankets and just kind of draws it around him.
You sit next to him.
You don't mention your family much.
Didn't really have much.
They city too.
Oh yeah.
Looks over at you.
I haven't seen my mother. Actually, shoot. Retcon that. He doesn't say mom. He says, I haven't seen Meredith since I was 8.
Meredith. Is that your stepmom or something?
Oh, no, it's my mom.
Oh. Since you were 8?
Yeah. She had to go to rehab because she was not taking care of her kid. And so I got sent to my uncle's. And Martin, he was a pretty good guy. Never really connected though.
Mm.
I never knew my dad. So yeah,
Sorry.
not really much of a... Got nothing to be sorry about.
Sorry it happened.
Yeah.
I'll have to be sorry about that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Hmm?
Fuck her.
Yeah, well, she's been trying to get a hold of me and I've been ignoring her.
You don't owe her anything.
Yeah, I kind of thought that too.
Don't think it anymore.
Since I was 8, that was... I guess it's a long time, and... I don't know, sometimes I think about picking up the phone and calling her back, but I don't know what to say. Because I'm still angry, of course.
Maybe just pick it up and let her speak, and if you don't like what she's saying, you can just bitch her out.
Maybe. I've been giving her the passive-aggressive treatment this whole time.
That sounds like you.
I haven't exactly been handling it like a rational person.
What do you say, like a what?
A rational person.
Not surprising. I don't think you know what to do when you can't charm your way out of a situation. He smirks.
Hey, I gotta try, right?
What do you say, I try?
Yeah.
You do try.
I don't know. Cross that bridge when I get there, I guess. Phone's dead anyways, doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I have her on my phone as?
What?
Telemarketer.
Good.
Yeah.
I debated changing the names of some people, my dad and all that.
Oh, what were you thinking?
Just, I don't know, something dumb. Immature.
Dongle.
Oh, like dickwad. Dickweed. Fuckhead.
Fuckhead. That's a good one.
But I didn't. Because otherwise it'd match the other person I named Fuckhead. And I wouldn't know who's calling me.
Well, who's the other person?
Her name was Stacy. We went to college together. I had to do a group project with her, and she bailed last second. Dickweed.
Absolutely deserving.
Fucking bitch.
Group projects are the bane of my existence.
Absolute worst. It's fine. Karma got her really good. Dropped out of college. You know, drop out of medical school, not with that amount of bills. She's gonna be in
Right.
debt for the rest of her life.
Should have done her homework.
No kidding. Hope she enjoys her cardboard fucking box. Bitch.
Hope she got rained on too.
What do you say?
Hope she got rained on too.
Probably.
Gonna empathy him.
Go for it.
It's a 1.
There's like a grim, but it's like grim, like at a funeral,
Mm-hmm.
going over memories. It's sad,
Bittersweet.
but bittersweet, yeah.
I'll be honest, I wasn't exactly the academic type.
Yeah, you're kinda dumb.
That warrants a legitimate lemon chuckle.
He smiles and gives you a hand to squeeze. You're really, really dumb.
makes you so endearing.
Right?
You're such a handsome idiot. I love you.
Oh, but I try.
I have no idea how you made it through medical school.
It was a lot of talking to people.
I am not surprised.
So, like, you know that kid that was always asking for, like, notes on homework? That was totally me.
Like the 5 minutes before the test. Hey, can I see your notes?
Oh, sure, yeah.
You are the worst. The worst person.
Probably why I'm not a very good coroner.
The work you do is fine. You would stop snacking.
Yeah.
He takes it and he kind of throws his blanket partially over you too. We need to get you a cert.
I think we need to wash my feet first. And maybe yours too.
I think you are. And he looks and he's like, huh,
Hmm.
you didn't leave any tracks.
Yeah, I think it's a new thing I learned.
Weird.
Yep.
Oh, come on, the bathroom's right over here. Let's get you washed up.
Okay.
And he gets up. God fucking flash bang. Who the fuck puts shrapnel in a goddamn suit?
Right? What a fucking weirdo.
I don't even know where to begin with that. Where did they find that nut job?
Boston, I believe.
Oh, it's not that. Of course, it's fucking Boston. He can go to hell.
I mean, being here is a kind of hell, I'm sure, for him.
Good. Hope he can sync with everyone else. And you guys head to the bathroom and are able to get washed up pretty well. Takes a
Ayy.
couple of washcloths, but it's pretty easy.
Right.
And afterwards, he said, I think there might be a few spare shirts downstairs.
And downstairs it is. His flashlight's holding up pretty well.
Yeah, it's holding up pretty well.
Maybe we can find some candles or something.
Yeah,
Something that
don't
doesn't
know what
rely on
happened to the
powdered.
power.
Yeah.
This place is usually pretty resilient.
Does it have a generator, you think?
No, it's too old for that.
Mother
Just
must have
gonna drop
knocked
you
it
guys
out.
here. Maybe.
Hey, question. Whose bear is it in the other room?
Hmm?
This is in character.
What do you say?
He said, whose bear is it that's over in that room over there? And he kind of waves his hand somewhere vaguely left to the left.
Oh, in the bedroom?
Mm-hmm.
That's mine.
Aww.
When I was younger.
Why is it not in
Come
your
on.
room?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Here, it's probably just up ahead. And he pauses.
Oh.
As In the window, as you approach the window, you see a good amount of the outside blocked off by a large form.
No thanks.
And large in its entirety is also very, what is the word for it? Proper? Distinguished.
Distinguished.
Imposing.
Patient.
No.
And he rumbles in a deep bass.
Oh, so we hear him through the window?
Oh, he's not through the window.
Oh, he's
Lemons.
He's in
Inside.
the house, boy!
Let me go ahead and
Oh.
expand your view.
No. How tall is the room?
Oh, there are high ceilings here.
I suppose.
You see him?
Yeah, I see him.
Mr. Lemons. Shit. I believe we have unfinished business.
How about no? I'm gonna try to. Ah, shit.
Go ahead and roll a perception, Lemons.
Okay. A 5.
Well done.
A zoom.
You are able to hear it before your surprise as you hear what sounds like a gentle pat-pat of feet on carpet, and you turn. And you're able to see 2 glowing eyes in the darkness behind you. Let me go ahead and... Oh, fucking...
Yep, Angie, that's pretty much us.
We were close. Everything almost fell into place. But you had to wait, didn't you? Oh shit, I meant to back you both up, but I accidentally just flung Arthur. 1 second. You guys are slowly backing up. You see Julia behind you.
Shit.
I don't know if you can actually see her token. I
I
think
can
I
see
gave.
her. Yeah, I see her.
You takes a step forward.
Haven't you bothered us enough?
Bothered you. Do you realize how badly you have just... He stops. There is for a moment, there's bite in his voice. The curse has been passed on. But there's no living family members for it to go to, so where did it go? And he actually, instead of looking at you, looks right at Arthur. And Arthur just swallows.
I I want to intimidate him.
You may try, Lemons.
I'm gonna try. With my little lemony heart and no willpower left.
Alright, go ahead, Lemons.
I take it my spooky eyes don't work.
Please, try your spooky eyes.
Son, he gave you those.
He did. Okay. I'm shaking. I'm actually shaking. Okay, so normal intimidation rolls a 9. What do spooky eyes give me?
Just, spooky eyes is your specialty, right? Or no?
It's varied.
Usually
gives
gives
me
you,
+1, +2.
You are utilizing your spooky eyes, right?
Yes.
Please take a -2.
Shit! Okay. I need those. 2.
Boy, you dare try and gaze upon him with the eyes he gave you.
No!
Lemons, please go ahead and roll another 7d10 for me, please.
2.
You... Oh, one moment. Head in bed. Night-night. You stare at him. And as you try to stare at him, you see the reflection of his eyes. The way Arthur's light hits them and they reflect right back at you.
Damn it, I just got spooked.
And you feel yourself freeze up. Like a deer in headlights, exactly. We're going to take a walk.
We'll leave Arthur out of this.
If he can help us, then things will turn out favorably for him.
Detect lie!
Go for it.
A 1.
A 2, a 3. Lemons.
Yes.
It seems like he's telling the truth. And he's standing there and you can't even tell specifically who he's looking at. He's just a looming presence. As he looks down at both of you. And you can't tell if he's lying to you, but you think he's telling the truth.
Can I glance behind me and empathy Julia?
You may.
4.
Oh shit. Reroll, please.
Nah. 1.
You cannot read her. There is for a moment in which you saw emotion kind of flash, but then it almost went dull again. A lot of looking at her, she is so pale and sickly looking. She looks nothing like the woman that was originally found in that cave.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice that there are patches in which her hair has started to fall out.
Oof.
And she stands there and her hands are just held in each other. And she doesn't say anything, but you can see there's red smeared at the corners of her mouth.
What are you proposing we do?
First, we leave here. This is going to be the first place they look for you. And then you, he looks at Arthur, are going to tell me everything you know. And we're going to work out a compromise. I can't tell you. I'll whatever telling would do to you is much more merciful than what will come if you don't. We do not have time for this. Listen close, boy.
Boy.
If you do not tell us, your little disease that you've given away is going to spread rampant all over again. And he takes a moment to breathe, just, and if we do not stop it soon, then years of work will be wasted. Decades.
What work?
With stopping it. She passes host to host, and it goes through the family line. The only way to stop her from passing on is to make it so there's nothing to pass on to. And you see a look of kind of realization dawn over Arthur's face. You fucking piece of shit! You fucking piece of shit! He yells. And actually starts
Whoa.
running at Finnegan. Lemons, please roll a resolve composure minus.
Oh no.
What's your presence?
3.
Cool. Minus 5.
Oh no. Owie. No.
You stand like a deer in the headlights, Lemons. A deer in the headlights of a very influential man. And Arthur runs at him. And he grabs the nearest thing that he can hit this thing with. He's so angry. He's teeming with anger. And I'm gonna go ahead and roll for him quick. He goes to swing. And let's see here. Finnegan reaches up and catches his arm. You hear him like, no!
I try to
You
break.
killed her!"
Can I try to break free of this?
You failed this round.
No.
He yells, "You killed her! You're the reason she's dead! I will kill you! You fucking bastard!" And Finnegan just... And he yanks his arm to the side, and you hear a crisp snap. And suddenly Arthur is screaming.
No.
As you see his arm bend at an angle it really shouldn't.
Do I get a reroll?
You may reroll.
Yay. Is it still a 3 or is it a little more now?
4.
Woo! That's fuck!
You stand.
No.
You see bone jutting out of Arthur's arm, right around the elbow, and he pretty much grabbed Arthur by the wrist and yanked his arm directly opposite of direction of his elbow.
Arthur.
You hear him just breathing, just
So I am like utterly frozen, can't do anything, huh?
You cannot do anything.
Except cry.
You watch and you cry, and Julia comes and stands next to you. And in silence, she reaches out and takes your hand. As the scene continues in front of you, Finnegan throws Arthur back, sending him stumbling as he holds his arm and falls backwards, not being able to catch himself. And Finnegan places one hoof down on his chest.
No. I want to do something.
And you see as Arthur kind of, for a moment, makes eye contact with you. As Finnegan presses his foot down. And you hear a wheeze as the air is pushed out of him forcefully.
Can I get another roll?
You may roll another 4d10.
1.
You get one success, and Lemons, you can feel yourself. You see Arthur in pain. You see what Finnegan's doing to him, and you can't just stand here.
Nope.
You can move.
I'm going forward.
All right, you start stepping forward.
Yep.
You start stepping forward, and you hear Finnegan.
Stop it.
Stay where you are.
Leave him alone.
Stay where you are.
I want to detect. Can I? Would it be detect lie to see if he's bluffing?
No, that would be an empathy.
Shit. I'll do an empathy, I guess. Fuck!
You cannot read him.
I hate it. I hate it so much. Empathy on Arthur.
Alright.
He said he's looking at me.
Yes.
Do I get any pluses, or is it just straight up?
Just straight up.
Okay, 1.
You see Arthur is angry, he is so furious. And he wants so badly to hurt this. But he's also in so much pain at the moment. And just all those emotions are just coalescing in his face. It's like there's so much going on that he can't process all of it. And he's looking at you because he doesn't know what to do. He needs you to do something. But there's no telling what that something is.
I'm going to try to persuade Finnegan to leave him alone. He's my little baby heart. My little baby heart stuff.
You may try.
Presence persuasion then?
Yes. Or manipulation persuasion, whichever one you'd like.
Both are the same.
If one's better than the other.
Both are the same.
Okay. What do you say? Lemons?
Yeah. What does he say? If you kill him now, you're not gonna get what you want. Leave him alone.
Aside from that, do you make any action?
Well, he's gonna free his hand from Julia.
Julia, let's go.
He wants to step forward so much, but he also doesn't want Arthur murdered. So Finnegan's just standing above him with a hoof on his chest?
Mm-hmm.
What time does it look like it is outside?
What?
What time does it look like it is outside?
It is night.
Still night? And Finnegan told me not to step forward?
He said to stay where you were.
I just want to act the dumb lemon and charge forward, but it's not smart. So hard. Help.
Nope.
Nope.
This is the future you chose.
No, I don't want this future. Take it all back.
Nope, you have one choice now. Do you move or do you stay?
Do you stay or do you go?
No. Because Finnegan was asking him for info, right?
He suspected that Arthur might have information.
I'm just afraid he's gonna kill him anyways. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
You must choose.
Hmm. Well, I... Shit. I don't know. I feel like it's a lemony thing to take a step forward.
Does he?
Yes.
What does he do?
He took a step forward.
He takes a step forward?
Yep.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. You hear a deep, bassy, just Return back to where you were. Last chance. You've been very good so far. No reason to mess it up now.
Or what?
What do you say?
Or what?
What would you like to see? It says, and you hear Arthur wheeze a bit more as it seems like slightly more weight is put down on his chest.
I hate this so much.
Ooze.
Bleh. I'm thinking. He wants what's best for Arthur. Empathy Arthur again. I don't want empathy the deer.
You may empathy 1.
The deer.
Alright, go ahead and empathy the deer.
1.
You cannot read the deer.
Damn it! I don't know. Back to Dear Daddy. You might do the grovel thing.
Hmm?
You might do the grovel thing. Try to get him to leave off of Arthur.
You can try to do the gravel thing.
Please no Steppy.
Please don't step in my boyfriend.
Whatever you do, please don't, you know. Just be as pathetic and miserable. What did I roll for that?
For what? Looking pathetic?
Yeah.
You don't need to roll for that.
Okay.
Ooh, ouch.
Now, if you're trying to make him take pity on you, that is a manipulation persuasion.
Yes.
I would also allow a... I need to double check my fucking stats here quick. Let's see here. I would also allow a manipulation expression.
Not as good. Oh, if only there was a way I could manipulate Julia against him.
I mean, you can try, but he's standing right there.
He is standing right there. Hey, Julia, you gonna listen to this guy?
Get a load of this asshole.
Get a load of this asshole. Look what he's doing to my boyfriend. What an asshole. You really gonna listen to him? He made me kill my boyfriend's sister.
What was that, right?
And then Arthur dies. God damn it.
Oh shit.
Ah.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and make this more stressful for you.
Okay. What's that? No! I was thinking he might just fall to his knees where he is. Not step back, but he falls to his knees.
Okay, so he falls to his knees?
Yeah.
Did he fall to his knees?
Yeah, I said he did.
Oh, I'm sorry, you cut out, so I wasn't sure.
Am I playing out for you guys too?
Every once in a little while you fade in and out, but it
Yeah,
hasn't been
you're-
too bad.
Your mic like blips.
Hmm. I don't know what's going on because
It's done that for a while.
I don't know how to fix it.
Shreds.
Because my recording's just fine.
Mm-hmm. Damn, that's so funny.
And it doesn't automatically adjust.
I don't know. It's not too bad.
It would
Alright.
just be Skype being a fart.
I don't know.
But you fall to your knees. Do you say anything or do you just fall to your knees?
Pretty much the pathetic, please don't. Just leave him alone.
He lifts his weight off of Arthur. And Arthur takes a long drawn in breath and clutches his chest and he begins coughing. There's the heavy footsteps as he comes over to you, Lemons. and he places one hoof on your shoulder. And he scoots you back.
Okay.
And he looks down at you for a while. And how are you feeling, Lemons?
Miserable. Trapped.
What are,
I
go
think
ahead and roll a
trapped is
res.
more.
He's feeling trapped, you said?
Yeah. Res comp?
Yep. Roll a res comp for me.
Okay. 5. Fuck you. I'll wallow in my misery if I want.
I think it's
Alright.
more about how much he slurps up the tears.
Right.
He
Finnegan leans down.
looks down at you and you
Salty.
see his head cocked to one side and he just... He goes over, picks up Arthur pretty effortlessly, and it's literally just like pretty much grabs him by the nape of the neck and just picks him up. Hisses in pain. Come. There was a meal you missed. Julia looks at you. Do you get up, Lemons? Or do you stay where you are?
Don't you dare.
He says as he walks, I will not ask twice. And it's very much a call over his shoulder up in a louder voice, but I can't do calls right now because it's 10.
I think Lemons might be a dummy. 'Cause he's still got a knifey on him. And you might be a dummy.
Julia is looking at you, Lemons. Would you like to roll an empathy?
Yes. I don't get it.
Ah. What would you like to do, Lemons?
Ah. Because he could be fucking with me again and being like, oh, lol, you got him, there's a meal you missed. Oh, haha, it's not Arthur, it's actually someone else. Or it could be Arthur. And that'd be the worst way to go. No. Can I empathy deer?
The deer's back is to you, but you may.
I'll try to...
Oh, damn, that's pretty good. Let me roll his... Oh. Reroll, Lemon.
1.
Oh.
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 Oh. How much
Oh.
did I lose?
Let me continue determining that. Oh my god.
Jesus.
Um,
Glad I'm a heart, guys. I'm just gonna lose every single heart thing. Yes?
yeah.
Yeah?
He... What, I don't know what the term for that is. He got 10 successes.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
Jesus.
There are so many 10s.
That's a double crit.
And they just kept becoming 10s. This deer is composed as fuck.
Fuck, man. Fuck, man. Fuckity, 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 fuck, fuck, fuck. Fuckity. Arthur?
Hmm?
Arthur? Can you empty Arthur?
You can see Arthur. I wouldn't say he's in much of a state to be empathied.
Shit. Two options here that I'm juggling. Going along with it. Or being a dummy-dum. No. No!
Didn't even take him out to dinner first. You just made him the dinner.
No! Fuck you! You know what?
You dummy. Lemons is the exact opposite of a dummy thing.
Right? He's so skinny. Yeah, he's the, yeah. He's gonna be stupid, I think.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has a knife.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. And he might charge after forever.
Are you gonna charge after Finnegan?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. One moment, please.
Hey guys, where Lemon dies.
Okay.
I'm dead.
Lemons, you pull out your knife and you charge at Finnegan. You have a charge attack. You can go ahead and roll. Go ahead and take a +2 for charge, and I'm gonna give you a +2 for back attack.
Okay. It was nice knowing you guys.
Remember, you have Spetsnaz.
I have Spetsnaz. That means I get 2 swings.
You do. Let me go ahead and get you to his defense quick. I'm not gonna give him super huge defense, I believe. He has 4 defense.
Jesus. Okay, let's see my Spetsnaz. On the bright side, I don't think I took too much damage. Where's the thing I'm looking for? Shit. There it is. Status. Oh, never mind. I did take some damage. Okay. Here we go.
Your bashing should be gone though.
Oh, you're right.
It's just that shrapnel wound you have to worry about.
Yeah. We were supposed to rest and recuperate here. I'm so angry. Okay. Reading. me substitute weaponry score for composure, but my composure's higher, so never mind for initiative. Okay, let's see. What is this? Stage an attack from a different angle. The foe's defense is at a -1 during an attack.
So he has 3 defense instead of 4.
Okay. That maneuver can only be made every other turn, so I'm just starting with that one. Can I utilize multiple maneuvers?
Yeah.
Okay. Does he have armor, or is it just straight defense?
You don't know. Unless you
Shit.
have armor piercing.
I have armor
In which, let me
piercing.
know. How much armor piercing do you have?
Attack made with a knife have armor piercing 1.
Cool. Good to know.
Okay. Well, that's because I have vital attack.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's see. Slash and stab. Character's defense with a knife allows them to make 2 attacks against one target in a single action. The second one gets an offhand penalty, but I'm ambidextrous. However, if I do that, I lose my defense. I don't know if I want to do that. Then again, he's kind of charging forward angry. So he might be
Would you
all
like
out.
to all out?
Yes. Okay, so I get 2 stabbies. You said 3 defense. It is armor piercing in case you have armor.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's all I can do because everything else is based on. Oh no, there isn't a 5th dot in it. It's just 4 dots. Okay, yeah. So here we go. How many? What I got from attack or from back attack from charge?
So, since he only has 3 defense, you're overall at a +1 to this roll. So, I already counted the defense for you. You're at overall +1 with the other bonuses.
So was it +2, +2, +2, or?
It was, you got +4 from charging and back attack. He has a defense of 3, so that
Okay.
leaves you with a +1 overall.
Just one overall from that, and all out is +2 on top of that, right?
Yes.
So I'm at +3 right now, and then plus my swing. I'm
Yes.
shaking, guys. I'm so scared.
Actually, go ahead. Get a willpower back. I'm gonna count this as gluttony.
As gluttony?
This is definitely gluttony.
Is this gluttony or is this
Because-
fortitude?
No, this is dumb.
Um,
But you know what? Fuck it. I'll call it fortitude. You can have all your willpower back.
well, I mean fortitude and the fact that he doesn't want to eat his boyfriend.
No, you're holding to your ideals. That is fortitude. It might be dumb, but it's fortitude is doing something despite the cost it may have on yourself.
Yeah.
So
I'm
that's
so scared.
that's fortitude.
I'm
go
so scared.
Go ahead and get all your willpower back and burn one, silly goose.
Okay, is that being burned to swing too?
If you wanted to.
Yes.
Gotta make it count, boy.
Gotta make it count!
See, right there, for me, your microphone faded into the background, so that was really funny.
Oh, it is.
Just
Sounded really
quietly
far
in the
away.
distance. Gotta make it count.
That was so perfectly fucking timed.
No, okay, so
Did you clear your status of willpower?
I did.
Good.
So I've used. Am I at 1 use or 2 use if I use this willpower?
I'm sorry, I'm lost.
You said clear all my willpower out.
Yes,
Right.
gives you fortitude, so you have willpower again.
Okay, and I'm using 1, so that's 1 used, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that only applies to the first strike, right?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Math. So it was a +1, and then an all out is +2, so it's +3. And then +3 for willpower. And then, oh shoot. So it's +6 now, right? I think
It was
so.
+3 overall before? Yes.
Yes.
Then it will
So
be +6.
6. And then my swing is +6. So 12.
So your swing is 6 dice.
Yes.
Okay, then yes, you have 12 dice.
So I have 12 for the first strike.
What is the
and
modifier on your weapon?
1 lethal.
That
That's-
adds to it as well.
That's already
So you-
accounted for.
It's already accounted for? Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a
Offhand,
moment. I'm trying to find a fucking song, but it's
right?
being a dick.
Offhand, does that take on, or does that account for the all out as well?
What? Oh. Technically it's not supposed to,
Okay.
but I'm the GM and I do whatever the hell I want. And I'm gonna say it does.
Okay. But the willpower does not, correct?
The willpower does not.
Okay, so it's 12 dice for the first strike. And
Wait, don't swing yet. Don't
Oh,
swing
sorry.
yet.
I'm not. I'm making notes to myself here.
Okay, because I'm looking for something.
Okay.
It's very important.
12
It
for the
is.
first strike.
It's so important.
And 9 for the second one.
Okay, don't roll yet though, otherwise the lemons will just automatically die.
No.
Zach.
What I want him to do is drop Arthur so I can try to pick him up and run. Like a big old runny baby. I'll leave the knife in him if I have to.
Uh-huh. There we go.
If I even survive this. Oh, I'm fucking dead.
There you go.
There you go. Okay,
Alright.
so 12 and 9. I have to
Good
roll.
luck. Make it count.
Please, dice. No. Six total.
Still there.
Lethal.
I recount the black days. Recollect.
You run up behind Finnegan, and you go to take a big plunge your knife into him. And the first swing you take as it hits him, but his hide is so thick
Damn it.
that it doesn't get through.
Well, the armor, it might go through. Because it takes 1 off your armor.
I know it does.
Okay.
And it doesn't seem to get through. You don't seem to draw blood. And so you step back and you flip the knife around in your hand so it's no longer facing downwards, and you take a swing again at that same spot that you just hit. And you feel as the leather splits
Recall the black,
and the knife buries itself in his meat.
the blackest one
And you see blood
is not the
begin to seep out of the wound, and you just hear him inhale with a hiss.
somewhere down there.
He just
I'm smiling.
He didn't drop Arthur.
let me roll a couple things.
Smiling. I'm
It's a
smiling.
real good song, Bree.
This is very much a headcanon.
My shapeless.
One of the headcanon
I'm smiling.
Finnegan voices.
Yes.
Nice.
Still smiling.
It's that low bass, brother. And you see he straightens up to kind of flinch away from the knife as it skins against him. And he does not let go of Arthur.
Shit. Was my knife
And-
stuck then?
It is not stuck, you still have it.
Okay.
You were able to slash, basically. And he looks up before turning to face you. He's just staring ahead. And then he turns.
I recount the black days,
And he looms over you, Lemons.
wade through all the shadows, even so.
And he's still holding Arthur.
I recall the black days,
And he does not attack you.
recovery,
And he seems
necessary.
to hold himself. What do you do?
All these black days as maybe grim and melanized, but also colorful.
Is Julia coming up behind me threateningly?
Would you like to empathy her?
Somewhere down there,
One.
I'm smiling.
You can tell she is not coming towards you threateningly. She is afraid for you.
Oh.
I'm smiling. From the bottom of my face.
You see her body language is very closed. She doesn't even seem to have a weapon.
Still
And you notice she has not spoken this entire time.
I'm smiling. Still smiling. I'm smiling. Even so, it hurts sometimes. I'm smiling.
Lemons, I'm gonna go ahead and allow you an empathy on Finnegan as well.
Okay.
But,
Oh, what?
oh, don't, no, that's fine. Go ahead and add another... Second. Go ahead and add another 3 dice to that.
Oh. A 1.
Alright. Lemons,
Mm-hmm.
Finnegan is a intimidating creature. And he generally is very calm and collected. And you haven't ever seen him smile before. But you are now, and it is probably the single most terrifying thing you've ever
Oh
seen.
my god.
And you are able to empathy as you see for just a moment, just a split second. It seemed like his patience, that thin string almost snapped. But then it didn't. And now he's waiting to see what you're going to do.
Still there.
Not him.
What did you say?
Not him.
Still there.
I didn't say it was
I
him.
recount the black days.
Detect lies!
Recollect
Go for it.
some
Close enough now, right?
even
Hmm?
Because he's been batting around it, so it's always implied, so I can't, like, straight up detect lies, but
You can try.
I
yay.
recall the
3.
black days. The mismatch. And the end of some affairs.
Reroll.
I recall the black days.
Fuck you, I have willpower, I'm using it.
Do it.
Between Zenith and Nadia.
Eh.
Hey, Lemons.
Hey.
Reroll.
Ah.
You get to reroll the 10d10, no worries.
Oh my god, so many
I
threes.
recall the black days. The blackest one. It's not the last one, but it's there.
Lemons, you stare straight into his face,
And somewhere down
and you
there,
can't tell.
I'm smiling. Still smiling.
It's almost like looking at a mirror of yourself. You wonder if this is how other people felt when you
From the bottom of
were
my
telling the
head,
truth or when you were lying.
I'm smiling,
Is this what it felt like?
still smiling.
I hate it so much. Is this what you are? I guess he'll let the knife drop to his side as is kind of defeated for now. What is he gonna do? Try to stab Finnegan again? Get his head twisted?
I recount the black days,
Finnegan holds out the knife and just does the little give finger thing.
takes my sleep.
Stabs it in milk.
Hmm?
I give you the knife. No, I'm kidding. It's like the one D&D skit. Lay on hands.
Very good. I recall these black days
He hands it over.
as maybe
Finnegan takes it.
and melanized, but also colorful.
And he motions Julia over, and Julia crawls around you. And she moves so strangely fast.
Smiling,
And he hands her the knife.
smiling.
She takes it.
From the bottom of my fair trade soul, I'm smiling, still smiling. I'm smiling,
Huh? Wait a second, Lemons.
still smiling.
Oh, okay.
I'm smiling, even so it hurts sometimes.
Is she holding me here?
She steps in front of you. And Finnegan looks behind him. One last second before leaving the building. Leaving just you and Julia. Oh, should I just put them on the map there? 1 second. Leave me. There we go. And Julia looks at you. She backs up and places the knife down. Right here.
Where are they going?
She opens her mouth to speak and closes it again. And then opens it. And a voice leaves her mouth, but it doesn't sound like her. And it says, he's waiting somewhere here. It's almost in a casual tone. And then she closes her mouth again before, almost out of compulsion, in the same tone again. He's waiting somewhere here. And there is an expression of deep horror on her face.
He did this. Finnegan that just walked out, he did this to us.
She watches you. How hurt are you, Lemons?
3 lethal.
3 lethal?
Yep.
Before Finnegan left, he will, when he took the knife, he will have grabbed your wrist. And it was a little tight before letting go.
Because he almost lost his temper there.
And you may remove your 3 lethal.
Oh shit. Fucking no, I don't want to fight her. Eh.
You are faced between Julia and the exit, with a knife in the middle. Perfectly between you two.
Well, it's not the
And
only
she's
exit.
staring at you. It isn't.
What would your husband say if he saw you like this?
Go ahead and roll a manipulation persuasion.
Shit, I forgot I had willpower. He might follow up with that if this one doesn't look like it phased.
She stays where she is, hesitantly. Her eyes watching you.
What would your son think? And you know which one I'm talking about. Do I have to roll again?
Nope. And you hear her. Rowan. Hawthorne.
Yes. Maybe there's a way to reverse this.
She shakes her head.
Might be. You just spoke to me, which means you're not all lost.
She's heaving.
She's what?
She's like heaving. Like extremely upset and unsure of what to do. And you can see that there are tears streaming from her eyes. I.
What'd you say? Her head?
Yeah. It's. She holds her head. Oh, way out.
What'd you say?
It's the only way out.
Out of what?
And as she spoke, she was slowly hunching over and she looks back up at you, and her eyes glow animalistically.
Ah, shit. I thought we had her. You know he's just gonna eat us anyways, right? You know, I asked him what his friends called him. Then I asked him if he had any friends, and he said he didn't. So what do you think he does? Just eats?
Yes.
Does it look like I'm getting through to her? Empathy?
You may empathy.
A 1.
A 3. You did not beat her. Would you like to force a reroll?
For a empathy?
You can, technically, with your social maneuvers.
It is. Although if there's any roll I'd want to try to beat her on, it'd be intimidation.
That's fair.
So I might follow up with that if it looks like she's hunched down and gonna try to attack me.
Oh no, she doesn't look like she's gonna attack.
Oh, she's hunching like. Fuck it, we'll do yeah, a reroll on that then.
Okay.
Here we go. 1.
Alright. You aren't able to really get in her head. She seems confused and scared and determined. But for what reason, you're not sure. It seems like she's completely in his pocket, is what it seems like.
Right. Everything he's been telling us has been lies. He tricked me into killing Arthur's sister. He got in my head, and he made me do it without even realizing it.
She points to the knife. Now. Or he'll make us eat again.
I'm done doing what he tells me to do. And, I might follow that up with an intimidation.
You may.
I'm gonna toss a willpower into it, too.
All good.
Woo!
It's a spicy success.
Ooh! So Lemons, how do you go about this?
That was the stare down is paired with the I'm not listening to him anymore, or I'm not doing what he tells me to do anymore.
Lemons, you stare straight into her eyes, and you stare so hard into her eyes you are able to see past those glowing orbs into what little humanity might still be there. And you stare right into that humanity, and you look at it with such presence. And in a way, it scares her because it helps her remember what she should be. And you watch as she backs away from you. He have to. But she shows no sign of. Before she was like ready to, but now she is wanting to be away from you.
Lemons is going
Very
to
good.
leave.
All right. How do you leave? Do you just walk past her?
He might, yeah, he might walk up the carpet, kick the knife to the side, and walk past.
You do so. You kick it to the side and you walk past her, and she just stands there. And you exit. And waiting outside just around the corner with Arthur by the collar of his shirt is Finnegan. And go ahead and empathy him.
Well, power! Just gonna eat it all up again.
Well, before you do that,
Oh, okay.
go ahead and add 3 to your roll.
A 5.
Alright. Lemons, you look at Finnegan as he's watching, and you get the feeling he knew exactly what was going on in there. And with your empathy, you were able to read. First of all, you were able to tell he is not hiding his emotions as much. In fact, it almost feels like he's broadcasting them for you to pick up.
Okay.
But the only way you can really think of it that you can pick up from him is you think he just got a new favorite. And you are able to tell with your critical success, he shows no signs of planning to kill Arthur in this moment.
Okay.
If anything, he stepped out, he regained his composure, and
You had to take a breather.
he is interested.
New problematic face. Well, I have to tail him to make sure Arthur's okay.
Well, it seemed like he was waiting to lead you.
Right. Oh, I follow.
All right. And you all walk off into the night. And I'm going to go ahead and just play this before we end session.
Fucker!
And you all walk away from the house. And we'll continue on where you went later.
I'm not dead yet, yay!
A lemon survived.
Yeah.
Nobody died.
Nobody
My
died.
God.
You almost got Arthur killed. That the thing was, I debated heavily if one step was all it was gonna take, and I was like, I don't know. If you took 2 steps, he would have been dead.
Ooh, I'm so glad I didn't.
Because one step was like, I'm kind of brave, but not super brave.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't too much big dick energy. But if you had started walking towards him, he was just gonna straight up just push his foot down.
That's what I was so afraid would happen.
But
Whew.
he didn't.
No, Lemons fell to his knees instead, so that was kind of a compromise. And then
He
Finnegan
didn't back
shoved him
up,
back.
though. He had to make a point about that.
No, he didn't back up, so Finnegan had to push him back.
I like how he was petty enough to be just like, here is where you should have been.
Y'all sometimes forget how much of a prideful son of a bitch Finnegan is. Like, he got himself shot in the eye because he's so cocky.
Mhm. And Lemons has always been that problem boy. Hoo-wah.
Alright, let's get you some
Made
XP,
it.
hey?
Hey! I'm gonna be buzzing for a bit there.
Hmm. Alright, lemons, So, 1 for roleplay, 2 for... is this a success? I'll allow it to be a success, I think that's fair.
Yay.
Automatic 3.
Arthur didn't die.
Arthur did
Arthur
That
died.
die.
counts, right?
You got virtue, so 4. What did you learn, lemons?
I learned that I could stand up to Finnegan.
It's good enough for me. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a 0.5 to get rid of this stupid fucking 0.5. There you go. Why doesn't he have 0.7? When did I do this to her?
To punish her for something. I don't remember what it was.
Oh, I see 2.1, so I must have done it when I decided to be petty. Alright, what do we want to call this?
Ooh,
Knife to meet you.
knife to
No.
meet you.
Or knife to see you.
No.
We can't make it
Obedience.
Hmm?
Obedience.
Obedience.
I like it.
And it started out so well. I mean, vaguely nice. They were in the cave and all, but when they got to the
You
mansion,
had a little wholesome moment of
Uh.
commiserating over your shitty parents.
Can I get like a quick cliff notes of what happened before I got here?
So they made their way through the mines, and they walked through some blood soil. It was gross, but it was okay. They made it out, and they got to the St. Belling's mansion, and Arthur was like, "Holy shit, I'm having some fucking flashbacks here to the last time I was here, and it wasn't great."
What did you...
I
And
changed his
Lemons
spelling.
consoled him.
Ah.